Hello and welcome back to another casted game on the Age of Bison YouTube channel. My name is SerSharkDad, your host, and joined here with McCleves. Hey, McCleves, a regular stand-in. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. I'm very excited for this follow-up game. These teams have showed a very large and extensive skill in the last game, and showed to be very aggressive. And this map is particularly known for its close proximity between the two bottom players, and I'm really excited for the rush that's probably going to come.
Oh, yes. So we are seeing a follow-up between Team Zion and Team Health in the 2v2 tournament. And so what we saw in the last game was Team Health pull ahead against Team Zion after just a really intense fight H2. And so what we're seeing here is in Team Zion, India and Malta on the left side of the map, and then Team Health sporting Britain and India. So once again, another kind of mirror match from the last game where we had a Dutch mirror, and this time we have a India mirror. So I'm guessing we're going to see the duel of the Agra Forts early on. What do you think, McCleves?
Yeah, we'll see about that. I can't tell you too much because I've already watched this once.
All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the player decks here. So if they've even bothered to select. Interesting. Okay, well with Malta,
there is the Malta deck, and a very trade card. I see French Cuirassiers in H4. That's also a very interesting card, and a lot of resource upgrades. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resource upgrades, and not natural resource. Actually, that is very interesting. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to see a lot of greedy, potential H2, a few resource cards there. Very interesting kind of, you see that exchange card going for the wood. German Tong is not necessarily a very common card just because of the cost of it early on. It's quite expensive.
Greedy as well.
Yeah, but I mean, it's in the deck. And
speaking of rushes, this is a surprise.
And then taking a look over here, 2v2 Sepoy deck. Okay, so again, another kind of, you see some standard stuff, especially H2, H3, but the H1 stuff is a bit...
Just the H1 card is... Yeah. Well, distributivism is very standard, but that card. But that's this deck is more adaptable to a rush strategy, I would say. Look, there's the two villagers already going. They're probably going to put down the Agra Fort.
Very early coming in, if they are.
It's very 3 minutes.
Send those out, yeah, 3 minutes in. And then on the British side, love to take a look at that deck really quick. H2 coming in.
He's H-ing already.
No.
Needs to be quick.
Okay, no Virginia Company. Interesting. What is that? Okay, you see the longbow card, siege archery. Yeah, and then quite a few H2 and a little bit of H4 options, I think, with the new skirmisher.
And some resource cards too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. Well, if the game
and the other India, maybe. This is going to be interesting.
Okay, so the Battle of the Agra Forts begins, as I was kind of predicting. I figured it's just hard to pass up, you know, when you either want to rush or you need to defend a rush. The Agra Fort is going to be a big deal. And then, of course, we're going to see Mongolian scout action going on, taking on the Indian Explorer.
This is an epic H1 already. And look at the red player just building it with 5 villagers. He wants to age faster than his opponent, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I would want to as well. And then how many for the green side? How many for Zion there? I can't tell. How many?
Just 2.
Just 2 still? Okay, interesting.
The 2 he walked down from his base, yeah.
Okay.
That's the difference between him being up there and red being right in the bottom part of the map.
Well, you know, with these team games, you kind of want to go for definitely putting early pressure on exactly one opponent with 2 players. See, he's still just trying to slow down the Agriforce, just try to get a little siege going on, but you
Or
want to put that
back to
pressure
blue
on.
villagers too.
And then, but the thing with Mongolia, though, is that I would imagine that the battle for the very, very resource-rich north and those trade posts kind of forces the players to make some interesting decisions as to exactly how they want to use map control. But
speaking of interesting decisions, look what Malta is sending in.
Now, commandery coming in, that's also going to give them a little bit of defensive fire, and then
it's German tongue.
German tongue. Oh, interesting. Okay, so he did decide to go full greed with the German tongue early, but he didn't do the exchange card, so he was just chopping that wood, gets the commandery, and that gives him the 2 settler wagons, and he's able to train settler wagons, but then he also... Interesting. Okay, so Agriforce going up right now on the part of Team Zion. Mongolian scout probably going to go down here and does not take out the villager. Very smart play to pull that one back. Indian is still going at it. Commandery just firing away, and he's training.
They still think it's H1.
Got some Order Hussars coming out on the Malta side, and it looks like he's sending in
Order
the
Hussar.
Yeah, and then the Wignacourt.
And Wignacourt, what a greedy player.
But that will give him the extra resources. That'll give him the extra resources.
Did you see the card that India is sending?
Was that one? Flail? Oh, wow.
That's going to be impactful. Like, just look at this battle. One tower or one commandery and an Agra Fort against a tower and an Agra Fort. This is amazing.
I just wouldn't bother. I just personally would just see that and go, nah, I'm good. Then like what a resource sink to try to siege down this commandery in addition to the Agra Fort right now next to each other. Now, of course, Sepoy and the Musketeers heavy infantry units are going to be able to beat back any of the Hussar.
Yeah, but look at the other Agra.
The multiplayer that's going to produce, but then and then here come the flail elephants.
That looks strong.
And along with an outpost. The elephants just going to work on that Agra Fort on the part of Team Zion.
So I knew the siege elephant, or the flail elephant's strategy is very old. It's from Legacy, but I didn't know it was still here, and especially for a 2v2. Look, the Agra is just almost gone. That is just an amazing achievement, really.
Did he end up activating those treasure guardians? Is that what that is? Yeah, he did. Okay.
He did.
I'm just hoping those Hussar siege down that Agra Fort. It's so close. But he's just walking past it.
Everyone just joined in the fight, even though
more Musketeers coming in, and then Sepoy just continuing to push on the part of Zion here.
No, he's sieging. Sepoy is sieging. I'm pretty sure he's just going to do... Yeah, he doesn't care about the Musk. Wants the Agra Fort wall. And there you go, he gets it.
I'm just wondering...
that is huge!
If he's going to make any sort of Gurkha, because if the British player here is going to continue to dedicate to Musketeers, I know they have the H2 Skirm option on the Indian side.
Well, the thing is that right now it's 2v1 for a while, because India has to rebuild its barracks first.
Oh, and another huge raid on the multiplayer.
That is so good. And those Malta Hussars, they are so beefy. You don't just kill them with TC fire, you know?
Right.
That's one thing about these Hussars. They can raid so well.
Absolutely, and to that point, he's still going. He's like, oh well, I lost a couple. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna grab another settler here. I'm gonna keep it going. These other Hussar are just absolutely deadly, and I'm really wondering how they're gonna respond with the early Agra loss. And it seems like, okay, we got some crossbowmen and more Sepoy just kind of trying to push and put even more pressure on the part of on Team Health here.
I see no Maltese barracks, so there has to be a shipment. Yeah, it is. Look at these shipments. He sent new villagers, German tongue, and then Wignacourt. How greedy can you be and still win a rush game? That is just amazing.
Probably it's because of those resource buffs. I mean, Wignacourt is what, a whole 25% off the top of my head, I think. I mean, that's just a huge edge on natural resource gathering that you can get very early, an H2 card. And look at this, and he's gone now. Oh man, Gurkha right on top. Oh, 30%.
It is huge. The thing here is that you know, you do sacrifice normally. You do sacrifice the military, but here you have the Indian player coming in with a great team military shipment in the form of flail elephants just to make good for that extra greed on the Maltese player, and it's just working out perfectly.
Yeah, he was able to really cover for him by having that initial push, and then now it's starting to pay dividends because, I mean, the raids were just absolutely disgusting, and look at that. Look how quick. Incredible.
What a game. 9 minutes, but so epic. That's just amazing.
Just amazing. I mean, those Order Hussar just coming in and absolutely just destroying the eco. And yet we didn't even get to catch that raid too. I mean, you have to think about the macro understanding of the game as well, on the part of a new player, that he was able to kind of like look around the map and say, okay, I'm going to divide up my cavalry and I'm going to be able to, be in both players' bases, while the India player is going to be able to have a really successful push with the flail elephants. It was a well executed strategy, and it was well coordinated between the two players. Very, very impressive.
Yeah.
And what a great response as well on the part of Team Zion against Team Health after the first round. Let's go ahead and take a look at the post game really quick. See what we're dealing with here. Look at, and if you could see that most resource count right away with Malta. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Huge resource difference. Huge resource difference for such a short game.
And also the Red India that lost to Agra, he also got raided pretty hard, I'm pretty sure about it. He's just behind. I want to see the villager counts because of the raids.
What do you think of the viability of that Malta build in a 1v1 scenario? I'm really wondering whether or not it would work without a player covering.
It probably works against booming or fast fortressing nations somewhat, because you can like raid while you boom yourself, but the thing is that his India ally covered him very well, so yeah, kind of hard to tell for 1v1 really.
Rough on
but
the
yeah, those raids.
Yeah, those raids on the villager population. Yeah,
and even yellow drops by 1, 2, 3, 4 as well.
And the Wigna Court just coming and playing dividends right there, right around the 7-minute mark, and you just start to see that economy really take off. I'm really wondering, can we take a look at the military unit count actually?
9,000 resources before 10 minutes is quite impressive, really, especially in a pressure game.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So as you can see, like it's a little bit. Yeah, you're right. It is a little delayed, but it's not terrible, honestly, in terms of production. So
it's also the team card. Don't forget that one. I think it's quite some population, that one. Yeah, they're idling. That hurts.
Yeah, huge. Well, did you have anything else to say before we about this one?
No, just well played to both of the teams. That was incredible.
Yeah, great game, although very short. But sometimes the best games are short games, and I really thank all of you for watching once again as we cover this 2v2 tournament. Please feel free to subscribe and like this video if you enjoy the content that we're producing, and we'll have the Discord link as well below in the description. So if you feel the need to stop on by and join the community, we would really appreciate having you. The Age of Sunbros community is a very welcoming one. We are, I believe, the largest or second largest AoE3 Discord right now, where hosting tons of build orders and lots of organizing plenty of games. And so if you would like to be part of the next tournament, you too could have your game being recorded and everybody can watch you thrash your opponent. So once again, my name is SerSharkDad, joined here by McCleves. We really appreciate you guys watching this video, and we'll see you next one.